Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about a very powerful topic, and it's all about setting boundaries. If you ever have felt drained, disrespected, or even like you're giving too much away to others, then this video is for you. We're going to talk about why setting boundaries are so important to self-respect and how they tie into emotional intelligence, and what steps you can follow to set the healthy boundaries for personal growth and self-improvement. So let's get started. Firstly, let's talk about why boundaries are so important. Boundaries are like invisible lines that define where your responsibilities and needs end and where someone else's begin. They're a way of saying, this is who I am and this is what I need to thrive. When you lack boundaries, you might feel overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or even resentful. But when you set healthy boundaries, you're showing self-respect and teaching others how they can treat you. Think about it. How can you grow as a person if you are feeling constantly drained by toxic relationships or even overcommitting yourself? Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-care. And trust me, the more you practice it, the more confident and emotionally intelligent you'll become. Now let's connect to emotional intelligence. They're broken down to 4 key components. Number 1, self-awareness. The ability to recognize your own emotions and how they influence your thoughts and behaviors. For example, if you feel resentment when someone else oversteps your boundaries, self-awareness helps you to identify why you're feeling this way and what needs to change. Number 2, self-regulation. This is all about managing your emotions and how you respond to certain situations calmly and effectively. When setting boundaries, self-regulation helps you stay composed, even if the other person reacts negatively. Number 3, empathy. Understanding and respecting other people's emotions is so important when communicating your boundaries. Empathy helps you acknowledge their perspective while staying firm on your stance. Number 4, social skills. These involve clear communication and conflict resolution, which are essential when enforcing boundaries without damaging relationships. When you strengthen these skills, you can express your needs assertively and compassionately. For example, if a co-worker keeps on assigning tasks beyond your role, instead of snapping or getting upset, you could actually say to them, I understand these tasks are important, but I need to focus on my own priorities. Let's discuss on how we can redistribute the workload. This combination of self-awareness and empathy not only empowers you to set boundaries, but it also deepens your connections with others. Emotional intelligence transforms boundary setting from a confrontation to an opportunity for mutual respect and growth. All right, so let's break it down. How do you actually set the boundaries? Here are 5 actionable steps that you can use. Number 1, identify your needs. Spend some time working out what makes you feel stressed or uncomfortable. Is it overworking? Neglecting your personal life? Write it all down. Number 2, communicate clearly. Use I statements when you are expressing your needs without blaming others. For example, instead of saying, you're always dumping things onto me, you could try, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed at the moment and need to focus on my own responsibilities right now. Number 3, be consistent. Boundaries are only effective if you enforce them. If you say no to working late one night, don't cave in the next night. Consistency will build respect. And 4, learn to say no. And this can be really tough if you're a people pleaser. But remember, saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. 5, handle pushback gracefully. Not everyone is going to appreciate your boundaries straight away, and that's okay. Stand firm and remind yourself building boundaries are about your well-being, not their approval. These steps may feel uncomfortable at first, but they are powerful tools for self-improvement and growth. Remember, you're not just setting limits, you're creating a healthier, more balanced life. So what happens when you start to set boundaries? The benefits are incredible. You have more energy and focus. You'll have more time and energy to focus on your personal development goals. You're going to have improved relationships. Healthy boundaries foster mutual respect and trust, and it increases your confidence. Each time you stand up for yourself, you foster your own self-worth. Think of boundaries as a form of self-love. When you prioritize your needs, you're giving yourself the foundations to grow into the best version of you. I want to share a personal story that illustrates the transformative effect of setting boundaries. A few years ago, I was in a friendship that was draining my energy and affecting my mental health. I felt like I was constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict and keep the peace. But one day I realized that I needed to set boundaries if I wanted to take care of myself. It wasn't easy, but I started communicating my needs and thoughts and limits clearly. And it completely shifted the dynamic of the friendship. I was able to prioritize my own needs and values, and eventually the friendship had to be left behind as it couldn't continue forward as it was. And in the end, I needed to focus on my own growth. Some of you may think, wow, it's meant to be successful when the relationship or friendship stays together. Well, it's not always the case. Sometimes the friendship or relationship is better apart than together. And that's not failure. That can be success because you've actually grown and you've brought the relationship to where it needed to go, and you've recognized maybe that you can't go any further because you have grown all you can together in that friendship or relationship. So you may say that wasn't a success, but I think it is. You have to see the value of yourself and your self-respect and self-worth, because once you have that, you have everything, and no one can take that away from you. And if you're in a friendship or relationship that is taking that away from you, then you really need to look at that friendship. All relationships, they should uplift you and support you in all times of your life. And if that is not happening, then you need to look at your boundaries and make the changes necessary. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I have inspired you to set boundaries in your life. Remember, boundaries are not walls. They're bridges to healthier relationships with others for greater personal growth. If you found this video helpful, like this video, share it with somebody who may benefit from it, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, bye.